Hi everyone, my name is Mike Bryan, and today I'm happy to have Kim Sherfy and Heather Hamilton here today. They are from Continuing Healthcare at Adams Lane. Kim is the Admissions and Marketing Director, and Heather is the Social Services Director. And they're here today because I wanted to ask them a few questions about what to expect. You know, if you're looking to have a loved one stay at a facility, you're typically wanting to find out some of these questions before you even walk in. And having them here today will give you a preview of what to expect. And as I'll mention at the end, you can certainly reach out to them directly if you have other questions about what's offered. So first of all, Kim, again, I mentioned you're Marketing and Admissions Director. Yeah. And Heather, your Social Services Director. And anyone can take this, but first of all, where are you located?
We're located at 1856 Adams Lane, right across from the YMCA. So.
And what's a good phone number if someone has questions for you?
740-454-9769.
And if someone is, if they use email, can they reach out to either one of you?
Yes.
And what are your email addresses?
Mine is Sherfy, which is SHERFY, at continuinghealthcare.com. Okay. Oh, excuse me, it's continuinghc.com.
Okay.
And mine would be Hamilton at continuinghc.com.
Okay. And the website, I know I was looking at the website earlier. It's a very long website for this particular facility, but if you just go to www.continuinghc.com, it looks like you can pick the locations and find the one that's specific to you guys. So that's they can take a look at that for more information. And I did notice too, there's a blog on there and there's a contact us form that they can complete. I assume they could either do that or just contact you guys directly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, when someone visits, what's the first thing they should expect? You know, if they're wanting to take a tour, who do they typically talk to?
When they are coming in, I would be the first contact. If I'm not available, then Heather would be the second contact. We come in, we can talk about the kind of things that we offer. We can do a tour of the building. Our building's set up a little bit different than a lot of the other buildings, so we kind of generalize on exactly what they're looking for.
Okay. Now, I know you guys offer several types of therapy for folks as well. Can you describe those for me?
We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. So we have it for the long-term and the short-term skill.
Okay. Now, the way the facility is set up, again, I understand there's a memory care, then you have some short-term, long-term, and hospice as well. Can you talk about those for a little bit?
Yep. We have a 25-bed memory care unit, and it is a secured unit. So we have some private rooms there and also some semi-private. We do a lot of one-on-one, well, not one-on-one, but more activities focused more on the memory care. They have their own activities outside of what we offer the rest of the building as well. So.
Now, the memory care unit, that's relatively new, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We opened that, I want to say at the end of last year.
Okay.
So we're just going into that 6 months.
Okay. And then you have other folks who might just have a short-term rehab stay. Is that accurate?
Yep, we have 25 private skilled rooms that we do provide a TV, a bed, a recliner. Most of the rooms have tables and a stand in them, so they don't really have to bring anything but their clothes.
Okay.
So they don't have to really focus on bringing too much.
And then if someone ends up being a long-term stay, I assume they can still bring some of their own items in,
Yes.
maybe some existing things there as well.
Yes. With our long-term, most of those rooms are semi-private, so they do have to share with another resident. We also have some private ones as well. So they can bring in their own dresser, recliner, TV, that kind of thing. We do offer the cable for free, so they have that. They just have to bring their own TV. We do have access to a phone line, so they can have their own phone line if they would like to purchase that as well.
Now, we mentioned a hospice program as well. Tell us about that.
We have a Hospice Suite, which we do have accommodated with a recliner, TV, a bed, and a table and chair set. We are in the process of remodeling it, but it's a pretty large room that the loved ones can all visit.
That's great.
Yes. And then with that too, we also are able to work with any of the local hospice agencies. So we can do respites as well. So they can, just at home, they may need that just little short break.
Sure.
So we can do that. They can come in and, stay for that little short period of time and then go back home. So we do that as well.
That's great. Well, what social activities? We'll talk about some of the more fun things, I guess, now too. But social activities, what do you guys have available there?
Our activity department has a monthly calendar. They stick out every month. One on the memory care unit separate from the outside, just because there's just more base for the memory care. But last Friday, for instance, we had a block party. We had a blow up bounce house and a dunk booth, and hot dogs and cotton candy and popcorn, and we had Mickey and Minnie come. That's something we had open to the public, the residents and the staff and their families. It was a pretty big hit. We had a DJ. So we try to do something big like that once a month, but other than that, we just have our daily activities that is provided on the calendar in each of the rooms.
Okay, so they'll get a calendar. It shows all the
Yes,
different-
every resident, every room has a calendar. Bingo's a big hit, they
I'm
love
sure.
the bingo. And
There's
then
some music groups that come
the
in.
music, we try to do an entertainment of music, I would say at least once or twice a month. So they come in and do that.
That's great. So, if someone they've gone through a tour, they've talked to you, they've decided that they want to go there. The next steps then, I assume they need to sign a contract and some other paperwork and have all that ready to go. But after that is done, describe move-in day. How does that work? Give us a feel for that.
Once we have gotten everything done and everything we needed, because there's some things that have to go as far as orders from doctors and types of things. So when they arrive at the facility, I am responsible to make sure their room is ready for them. So they will come in. If they have belongings that they are bringing, like their dresser and that kind of thing, we will make sure that we have maintenance assist the families in getting those in, so that they're not trying to carry them through the whole building and that type of thing. So then when they come in, there's the nurse does have to do some things with them. There's probably more paperwork to sign.
Sure.
And then we want to get them acclimated with the building. So sometimes we will take the resident on a tour, or the staff member will kind of take them around to get them, acclimated, make sure they know where everything's at.
Sure.
And then, we just kind of are there for them after that to assist with anything they might need. So.
Okay. And when they're talking to you, you'll be able to talk to them about pricing and so forth. I know that you guys, you have a contract with the Veterans Health Administration too, right?
Yes, we are VA contracted. So if a veteran is service connected, we will find that out through the VA. We do all of that ourselves. We can call them and get authorization for them to come in, and we work with the VA for payment.
And then the way that works, I understand that the Veterans Health Administration, they'll pay X amount of dollars based upon their service-connected condition,
Right.
and they'll pay the facility directly,
Right.
kind of like Medicaid.
Yes.
And so then you can also use the pension program out there as
Right.
well, where they're paying the veteran or widowed spouse directly.
Right.
And I'm sure there are a few folks who are private pay or long-term care insurance.
Yes.
So.
We have long-term care, insurance, private pay, and then also the Medicaid. So.
Well, I do think that gives folks a pretty good feel for what to expect. I think that if they have more detailed questions, certainly reach out to either one of
Yes,
you.
either one of us.
And I'd say a phone call is probably the easiest thing to do if you're like me.
Yep.
A phone call is easy.
Yep, and
So-
then we can direct you from there. So.
Sure. Yeah, so please give them a call if you have more questions. And thanks so much for coming in today and taking the time to provide some more information for everyone out there. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
have a great day.
Thanks.